Welcome back to my channel. I know you might be surprised that you're seeing me in front of the camera today and we're in the kitchen. Don't worry, we're not doing chit chat today, we're cooking. Today I'll be cooking something that I love to enjoy, and I want to show you how I love to enjoy it. So I'm in front of the camera taking you through all the process. So today we'll be making a Efo Riro abroad style. Yeah, so you know, being out of Nigeria, we might not have access to a lot of the vegetables that we use for our local Efo Riro, like efo, tete, shoko, ugu, and the likes. So today I'll be showing the replacement that I usually use being in America, and I believe that if you're in the Canada, United Kingdom, or whatever part of the world you're in, you should be able to find the vegetable that I'll be using today. So sometimes we don't have access to like the kind of dry fish that we use to make, you know, our Efo Riro very tantalizing, delicious, you know, sumptuous. So stay with me, guys, as I show you all the processes that goes into making my delicious, sumptuous, you know, tantalizing Efo Riro. Yeah, so I'll be showing you all the things that I use and how I use them. Stay with me, don't go anywhere. And you know how we do it. Please leave me some comments in the description box below. Sorry, in the comment section below. I would love to read from you. As well, if you are yet to subscribe, please click the subscribe button and let's get cooking. All right, guys. So for my protein here, I have gizzards, I have catfish nuggets. I got this from like Asian stores. I believe you can find them in any store around you. And I got these are called Whitting fillets. They are really very nice. I got them from the store as well. And I have some beef here, and I have cow feet. So I start with my catfish nuggets and Whitting fillets. I season them with my seasoning. The list of the seasoning will be in the description box. So I leave them to sit for about 30 minutes. And sometimes I put them in the air fryer and I use the roast function. Some other time I fry in oil, as I'll be showing later in this video. So while that is happening, I'll also go ahead to cook my meats with some seasoning, onion, garlic and ginger powder. Just season them with whatever seasoning that you like to season your meats with. Add some water, combine all together and cook. So when the meat is done, I'll also fry in my oil, and while that is happening, I go ahead to boil my gizzard also because it has lesser cook time compared to the meat, so I don't cook them together. For my pepper mix, I usually use red bell pepper, Scotch bonnet, and sweet pepper. No tomatoes, please. And some onions. So one of the onions I'll blend with the pepper, and the rest I would cut off. So I usually soak in Himalayan salt for about 20 minutes before I wash off and then blend. So this is the vegetable we're using today. These are collard greens. They're usually packed like this in the store where I buy them from. I prefer the fresh ones because I am too skeptical about packaged collard greens or any food for that matter. So I usually go ahead to separate them from the bunch and then wash them individually to get rid of germs and stones that are left on the body. Then I go ahead to put them together ready for cutting. So I cut them in the sizes that I prefer. I don't like them too tiny and I don't like them too big, so I just cut them in moderate sizes. Feel free to use the pre-cut ones or the packaged frozen ones. There are some that are already pre-cut, but they're usually too big, so I don't like them. I prefer to cut my size. So after cutting, I also soak this in Himalayan salt as well to get rid of pesticide. I have discussed this on my Instagram page, so check out the video. So while that is happening, I've already boiled water and it is already hot. This is to blanch the vegetables. So I go ahead to add that, and after 10 minutes my vegetable is ready. So I take that out and I strain out the water so that this cooking process is stopped, and I do that also by adding cold water to the vegetable, just also to stop the cooking process. I'll wash the vegetable once more. Thereafter, I'll squeeze out the liquid. I try not to squeeze out so much water from the vegetables because I remember my mom would say I'm squeezing out all the nutrients. So guys, don't squeeze out all the nutrients from your vegetables. So we keep this aside and we start in a new pot with our palm oil. I personally don't like adding so much oil in my food because number one, I don't even like feeling the taste separately in my food. And besides that, it is just extra fat in your food that you don't need. So I also went ahead to add some salt. I don't know why, but it's something my dad used to do. But according to him, it is to reduce the cholesterol in the palm oil. I don't have any scientific explanation or proof for that. But right now, what I'm doing is just frying the fish so that it can release the sweetness into the palm oil. So sometimes when I don't air fry it, just like I've done earlier, I fry them in the oil here. And this is what my fishes look like right now, the catfish nuggets and the Whitting fillets. So I'll go ahead to just cut them up with my hands into small bites and chunks so that I can put them in my vegetables later. And in the same palm oil that I have fried the fishes, I'll add my onions. Remember, I had 2 onions earlier, so I've cut one of them in this palm oil while I have blended the other with the pepper. And as you can see, my pepper mix is not smooth. For Efo Riro, I don't believe that this pepper mix should be smooth, so don't make yours smooth. And at this point, I'm adding Iru. So if you don't have these locust beans, which is Iru in my language, you don't need to add it. You can skip it. I'm adding some dried prawns as well because I currently have it. So let me do Igberaga. I'm also adding some blended crayfish. So if you don't have dried prawns, you can skip that. But the blended crayfish, please don't skip that. As much as possible, try to get that. It's makes your Efo Riro, it takes it to the next level. I've also added in the gizzard, and now I'm adding some bouillon seasoning and some salt. Combine all of that together. So I've reduced the quantity of salt and bouillon seasoning I'm adding because I want to add this beef stock. Yes, so I've added some beef stock into this, and I'm bringing in the cow feet so that it can release all its flavor into my pepper sauce. Anything that you have that is filled with flavor, this is the time you need to bring everything together into this Efo Riro so that, you know, it combines well with the pepper before you bring in the vegetables. Right now, you can see how my vegetable is looking. I'm also going to bring in the roasted beef, put some of them in, and let all of that cook together. So we're going to cook this pepper sauce until we can hardly find any liquid in the sauce. Right now, you can see that the beef stock I added is still showing. You can see that the water is still showing on the surface. So we are going to cook it on low heat until we can hardly see it, and the oil is just what we can see on the surface. So combine everything together. I've added the fishes as well. So cover that and cook on low heat. And now, as you can see, you can hardly see the water. Now what you can see is the oil on the surface. So I am introducing the vegetables that we have kept aside earlier. Combine everything together. And I should let you know that you don't need to add all the vegetables in the sauce. If you're adding the vegetable and you're realizing that the pepper mix is not going to be enough for the vegetable, you can keep some aside till later. So I like to add onions at this stage again because, you know, it has some extra flavor to release into the vegetables. So I've taken out all the big cow feet and the beef earlier. I'm just going to bring them back in now and then stir all together. At this point, our vegetable is practically ready, but one thing I like to also do is to let this simmer for like 1 to 2 minutes. So I cover this back and let it simmer for like 1 to 2 minutes before we get ready to serve. And now our Efo Riro is ready. This Efo Riro is filled with life and goals. So my poundo is as well ready. So put both of them together. And it is time to eat. Oh goodness, I am already hungry. I'm such a foodie in this life. Chai. Guys, as you can see, my Efo Riro special with poundo is ready. Now it's time to take a bite. The smell of this alone is so tantalizing. These are for It's better than the one they cook in Nigerian parties. Guys, no. This efo is something you need to try. This vegetable is something you need to try. It's so delicious. Sorry, I'm not using my hands because of my nails. If not, I don't form my butter when it comes to this like this. Alright guys, thank you for joining me in the kitchen today. Thank you for cooking with me. I'll see you next time. Ensure you try this recipe. Ensure you try this effort. I'm sure that you will enjoy yourself. You would enjoy your life. So until I come away again next time, guys, take care. Bye.